$10 a month, and you get special access here on YouTube, polls or photos that I post, or just life updates or conversations that I have between y'all, and you get special member badges, emojis, just some fun little things, little perks as a way to support me and the channel, and also just interact with me a little bit more. If you don't want to do that, that's perfectly okay too. There's no pressure. You can just like, subscribe, and or comment, and that helps me out just as much. So thank you. Shall we get started? I wasn't going to do it in an accent, but maybe now I shall have to. We'll see what happens, okay? The first fun fact, is polar bear fur is actually clear and their skin is black. Also, I don't know if these are like true. I'm assuming they are because the internet never lies. That was a joke. Baby flamingos are born gray, not pink. That one I actually heard is true. It is pink based on the nutrients that they have in the water, specifically shrimp. A woodpecker's tongue actually wraps all the way around its brain, protecting it from damage when hammering into a tree. Oh, speaking of a shrimp's heart is located in its head. And eaters have no teeth. That would be terrifying if they did, because you guys see anteaters, right? Like the long snout. Imagine if that had teeth. That's terrifying. Oh, a flock of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Didn't know that. Hippos and horses are actually distant relatives. I believe that. In the UK, the Queen legally owns all unmarked swans. To keep from drifting apart, sea otters hold hands while they sleep. That's so awesome. Goats have accents. Oh my gosh, does that mean that when goats are talking to each other, one might have a different dialect and not be able to understand the other goat? That's actually crazy. Gorillas can catch human colds. A group of owls is called a parliament. That's funny. There are 32 muscles in a cat's ear. Snails can regenerate their eyes. Okay. A starfish can turn its stomach inside out. No, this one's interesting. It turns out that French poodles are actually from Germany. And a group of porcupines is called a prickle. Oh my gosh. Andrew Jackson's parrot had to be removed from his funeral because it wouldn't stop swearing. That's actually hilarious. Sloth since 1945, all British tanks have been equipped with necessary items for making tea. Oh dear. Pope Gregory the Fourth, or Sixth, I think it's the fourth. It's in Roman numerals, which I'm not good at. But Pope Gregory the Fourth once declared a war on cats because he believed Satan used black cats. His declaration led to the mass extermination of cats, and the lack of cats led to a rat infestation, which led to the spread of the plague. So what I'm hearing is that if cats were around for that, there would have been no plague. Cats could have saved everyone's life. That's ridiculous. Alright, let's see if I can switch into like a country accent. I'm not sure, it might slip into like Australian or something, but we'll try this country accent, which by the way, I'm not making fun of anybody. I like doing accents, and I know they're not the best, but it's all in good fun, so I'm not like making fun of anyone or anything. One of my favorite people talks like this, actually. I love it. Alright, let's see what I've got. Oh, there was the Australian slipping in. Alright. The average person living in Sweden eats about 22 pounds of chocolate a year. While the Wright brothers are famous as a pair, they actually only flew together once. They promised their father they'd always fly separately. How interesting. Montana has 3 times as many cows as it does people. Parts of the Great Wall of China were made with sticky rice. 90% of the world's population lives above the equator. Finland has more saunas than cars. Virginia is the only state that has the same state flower and state tree, the dogwood. Think before you season. In Egypt, it's considered incredibly rude to salt food that has been served to you. The height of the Eiffel Tower can vary up to 6 inches depending on the temperature. A small town in Italy actually has a fountain that serves free wine. Interesting. When visiting Key West, you're actually closer to Havana, Unana, than you are to Miami. Mary of Mary Had a Little Lamb was a real person, and the song is based on a true story. While listening to music, your heart can sink to the rhythm. President Nixon was an accomplished musician. He played 5 instruments, including the accordion. None of the Beatles could actually read music. However, George Harrison could reportedly play 26 instruments. Metallica is the only band to perform on all 7 continents. Most department stores tend to play slower music in order to slow customers down and keep them shopping longer. The opposite is true for restaurants. I feel like that one can't be true, you know? Like, I'll definitely be in like a department store and they're playing some like Me by Taylor Swift and Brendan Urie, and that's like not a slow song, you know, stuff like that. So I don't think I believe that one just doesn't sound right, doesn't sound quite right, you know what I mean? Alright. A concert promoter once sold 1,000 tickets to a Spice Girls concert in Hawaii that was never actually booked. That's funny. In 2016, Mozart sold more albums than Beyonce. Oh, this is interesting. A Boy Named Sue wasn't written by Johnny Cash. Shel Silverstein wrote it. If y'all don't know who Shel Silverstein is, he was a poet, was a poet who I believe he did a lot of like kid stuff. Like I listened to Shel Silverstein when I was growing up, like his audiobooks, like Where the Sidewalk Ends. There's some iconic poetry things that were just super silly that I still quote to this day. So that's kind of funny. Alright, I need to change accents. Let's go. I'm gonna try Australian. Sometimes I always slip in between like British but Australian, but it's not really Australian at all. It's like just somewhere in the middle. It's not even an accent. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to channel like Cleo Satori in H2O, just add water. When I'm doing this one, bear with me. Bear with me, please. I beg of you. Alright. Gatorade was named after the University of Florida Gators. The average golf ball has 336 dimples. Tennis was originally played with bare hands. Some golf balls are filled with honey. Despite taking about 3 hours to play out, the average baseball game has only about 18 minutes of active playtime. Let's see. Both volleyball and basketball were invented in Massachusetts. Okay, this accent's not working. I'm gonna go with it anyway because I'm running out of accents that I could somewhat even do. But more than 100 baseballs are used during a typical professional baseball game. You can't hum while plugging your nose. Tomatoes have more genes than humans. 1/4 of all our bones are in fact feet. You can't lick your elbow, and you can't tickle yourself. By the time we die, we'll have spent roughly a year sitting on the toilet. I don't believe that's true. I feel like it's longer, because I don't know about y'all, but I just sit on the toilet and watch TikTok. Like, it adds a lot longer. I'm not even doing anything. I'm literally just sitting on the toilet watching TikTok. I don't know, it's like quiet in there, I guess. We are the only species known to blush. It's impossible to burp in space. Everyone has their own unique smell except identical twins. Thumbs have their own pulse. Gross. A sneeze shoots through the air at 100 miles per hour, sending 10,000 germs flying. Let's see. Sorry about the noise for a moment. Stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve metal. In World War II, British soldiers had to make do with only 3 sheets of toilet paper per day. Absolutely not, I can never. In Russia, beer was considered a soft drink, not alcohol, until 2011. If anyone's from Russia, can you confirm or deny that? I'm quite curious. Mice actually do not like cheese. They prefer sweets if given the choice. They like to eat fruit, seeds, and grains. Now, I did have mice. My mice did like cheese, but I understand how that may not be the preference. I fed my mice cheese. I love cheese. Let's see. A flock of ravens is called a conspiracy. Dark stuff. Caterpillars have 12 eyes. Let's see. In Arizona, you can't feed garbage to pigs without getting a permit. Reading about ferrets. Did you know that ferrets used to protect grain stores from rodents? Switzerland. New York's Central Park is bigger than Monaco. There's over 9,000 benches in Central Park. There are over 700 ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic symbols. Saturn's surface is less dense than water. That means it could float in your bathtub if it were big enough. The expression heart of gold was invented by Shakespeare. The United States apparently makes 25% of the world's cheese. Let's see. You can tell a cranberry is ripe because it will bounce like a rubber ball. Alright, I'm on the last page. Let's see. One moment. Lettuce is technically a member of the sunflower family. The heaviest onion on record weighed 17 pounds. Elmer Fudd's original name was Egghead. The actors who voiced Mickey and Minnie Mouse from the 1980s to the 2010s were married. In some Harry Potter movie scenes where Harry, Ron and Hermione are doing the Hogwarts schoolwork, the actors were actually doing the real schoolwork. The oldest domestic cat on record lived for 38 years. She was Cream Puff of Austin, Texas. Apparently the world's fastest ant runs faster than Usain Bolt. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Little brown bats make for the longest nappers in captivity. They can nap up to 19.9 hours a day. And not related, but the longest noodle ever made is more than 10,000 feet long. That's almost 2 miles. A flock of peacocks is called a party. Time stops at the speed of light, whatever that means. The average human body carries more bacteria cells than human cells. Humans wouldn't be able to taste food without saliva. Let's see. The only letter that doesn't appear in any American state is Q. While spam is most popular in Hawaii, it was actually invented in Minnesota. Glaciers, ice caps, and ice sheets hold nearly 69% of the world's fresh water. Whale songs can be used by scientists to sonically, map out the ocean floor. The first person charged with speeding in a vehicle was